Oh man, Charlamagne, you giving Donkey of the Day to who now?
Well, Busta Rhymes, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, March 20th is a double donkey. It goes to 31-year-old Michaela Brachet Rylersdom and 55-year-old Michael Dale. Now, Michaela is an OnlyFans model. I guess that's an actual job title nowadays. Her performer name is Ashley Sinkai, and she was hired by Michael Dale to perform a BDSM sex act. Now, you all know what BDSM is, correct? Bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, all types of bondage. You got handcuffs, you got rope play, you got blindfolding, you got mummification, different role play scenarios. For example, teacher, student, boss, employee. Envy was doing Barack and Michelle last night. You can do Diddy and anyone on Making the Band. You get the picture. Well, Michael had $11,000 in disposable income. Recession where? Okay, he had $11,000 to spend on BDSM, so he decided to order some mummification with a side of what seems to be a power exchange in a role play scenario, because Michael wanted to be mummified in saran wrap, and he wanted a pair of woman's boots glued to his feet. Yes, this man wanted to be treated like some leftovers. He wanted to be wrapped up like uneaten food. Keep me fresh, baby. Okay, this man wanted to know what it felt like to be a sandwich. Wrap me up and eat this D for lunch later. I hear stories like this, and I just think to myself, I'm just not that freaky. And why would he want the woman's boots glued to his feet? Well, I did some research. And by research, I mean I asked ChatGPT, why do men like women's boots as a fetish? And ChatGPT said because of sensory stimulation, okay? Women's boots, especially those made of leather or latex or suede, provide unique textures and sensations that can be physically or psychologically stimulating, okay? It says the act of zipping up or lacing or feeling the snug fit of high boots can be pleasurable. I also asked ChatGPT, why would someone glue the woman's boots to their feet? And it's just a fetish, okay? Kink-related behavior. Some individuals enjoy being physically restrained, and permanently securing the boots could heighten that experience. I guess this is where the term kinky boots comes from. But this is what Michael ordered. Little did he know that order came with an all-expense-paid trip to the afterlife. Let's go to Mercury News for the report, please.
A 31-year-old woman has been charged with murder after a man who paid her to engage in fetish acts died after he'd had a bag on his head secured with duct tape during their encounter in an Escondido home. She recorded the interactions to use as content for her OnlyFans site. The incident allegedly occurred between two consenting adults during what appears to be bondage, discipline, dominance, submission, sadism, and masochism, more commonly referred to as BDSM. While legal experts say a victim's consent to take part in dangerous acts is not a defense to homicide, some said it might be a mitigating factor. In the document, police said Dale first reached out to Rylersdom after spotting her ad on a website police said was commonly used for escort or stripper services. In texts and phone calls in March and April of 2023, the affidavit states Dale made some unusual requests, including that she wrap him like a mummy in saran wrap and glue a pair of women's boots onto his feet. As he lay unresponsive, she was performing a sex act nearby, apparently creating content for her OnlyFans page, the document alleges.
Now look, man, if I'm gonna pay $11,000 for some BDSM, I'm not paying no rookie. Okay, this woman, Michaela, according to the news report, never engaged in BDSM sex before. You don't let the person who can't cook but wants to learn make Thanksgiving dinner. No. You can learn to cook one random Thursday in March, but we're not trusting you with one of the most meaningful meals of the year. That's not happening. There is a reason rookies don't get max contracts right out of the gate. You gotta prove yourself. $11,000? That's the reason this is a double donkey. I don't kink shame, but $11,000 to a woman who's never done this before? No. Imagine paying the person who never cooked before $11,000 to cook Thanksgiving dinner, and then they burn up all the food. You gotta blame yourself because you knew this person never cooked before, but you trusted them and paid them $11,000. And Michaela, the reason you getting donkey is because you put duct tape over this man's mouth. You put saran wrap in a plastic bag over his head, and you sat there and watched this man suffocate on the floor. You watched the turkey burn, but you don't realize it's burning because you don't know what you doing. Okay? Just like this woman, Michaela, had no idea Michael was suffocating on the floor. Michaela was too busy busting it open, performing sex acts on the floor. Meanwhile, the macaroni and cheese is burning to a crisp. Now, there is a video.
Yeah, Daddy, you like that?
Oh.
Yeah, you like that, Daddy?
Oh, my God.
Keep squirming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want more, Daddy? Yeah,
He's
Mommy
dying.
like that.
He's dying. There is a video that shows this man was wrapped in saran wrap for 8 minutes, and Ashley Sinkai, real name Michaela, finally realized that something was wrong, so she rushed to call 911, but it was too late. Dale was unresponsive and was declared brain dead at a hospital, and days later removed from life support, all because he trusted a rookie with a pro's job. Please give Michael Dale and Michaela Rylarsdom the biggest hee-haw. Rest in peace, Michael Dale.
You are killing this girl's name.
I know.
What is it?
I can't. I don't want to say it anymore.
Try.
Michaela. No.
What's the last name?
Bryce Rylersdam. Bryce Rylersdam.
Now say judicial.
Is she what?
Say judicial.
Oh.
Yes.
I thought you was asking me was she Jewish. I was like, I don't know.
No.
I have no idea.
I said now say judicial.
Judicial. Can you imagine having to explain this in the afterlife though?
No.
Yes, I wouldn't want to either. That's why you always got to think about things before you do them, because you might die. And do you want to die doing something like that and have to explain that in the afterlife? Think about it.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Donkey of the Day is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey when you need a fighter on your side. If you're ever injured, go to michaelthebull.com. That's michaelthebull.com. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.